Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's broadcast. I am your host, Tony McElveen, and welcome to Finding Your Spouse. Yes, finding your spouse. This is all about relationships, building relationships, doing better in relationships, making sure you connect with the right person so you can live a long, healthy life together within that relationship. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Come on, hit the button right now. It don't cost you no money to just click the button and hit the notification bell. Also, help me grow this broadcast. Thank you so very much. Without further ado, let's get started.
What's up, y'all? It's Tony. Welcome to the show. Let's go. All things relationships. Let's talk. Let's grow. Let's do better. Let's get better. Let's be better so we can have better. Let's go. It's Tony. Welcome to the show. It's Tony. Welcome to the show.
Today's lesson is a very important topic. Today's lesson is about men realize your value when you uphold your standards. Every woman needs to listen to this lesson today. Have you ever noticed how some women are constantly pursued, respected, valued, while others appear to seem to be overlooked, taken for granted, or being treated casually? Not saying that you're paying attention to everybody's life, but however, sometimes we notice those things. The difference is not always beauty. It's not always education. It's not always status. Many times the difference is standards. Standards are so important, ladies. I can't stress it enough. A person's value is often recognized by what they refuse to compromise. Did you hear that? A person's value is often recognized by what they refuse to compromise. What is it that you are not willing to compromise as a lady in a relationship getting to know a man? That, my dear, is your standards. And so today I want to talk about men often realizes a woman's value when she upholds her standards. Because standards are not walls that keep people out or keep love out. Standards are gates that allow the right person to come in. And so today let's dive into it very briefly about the importance of you as a lady maintaining your standards. Number one, standards reveals value. Imagine walking into a jewelry store and the diamonds are situated in a glass case under lock and key. The costume jewelry sits in the open case, right? You can touch it, you can feel it, you can look at it, you can put it on your neck. But what's the difference? Because value determines access. That's why. Costume jewelry is open for everybody to touch. The diamonds, however, is under lock and key in a glass case. The difference is value determines access. See, nobody locks up what they consider to be common. Many women unknowingly lower their own value by giving access too quickly. Emotional access, physical access, mental access, spiritual access. When everything is available immediately, nothing feels special. When everything is available to the man immediately, he automatically assumes all men have this type of access to you the same way. Value diminishes. But when a woman establishes her standards, she communicates this right here. Number one, I know who I am. Number two, I know what I deserve. Number three, and I know what God called me to be. Those are the three things that woman establishes quick, fast, and in a hurry when her standards is upheld. And this is what she communicates to any and every man that she encounters. And here's the good part about it. And the man sees it. The man understands it. And a good man appreciates it. See, standards are not arrogance. Standards are self-awareness. A woman that knows her value, she don't need to announce it. Why is that? Because her boundaries announces it for her. Number 2, hear me real good, ladies. Men don't often recognize value until access changes. See, human nature always overlooks what is always available. It's the old saying, you don't miss your water until your well has ran dry. Human nature often overlooks what is always available. Many people don't appreciate water until they get thirsty. They don't appreciate peace until chaos arrives. They don't appreciate loyalty until betrayal has arrived. So likewise, many men don't recognize the woman's value while they have unlimited and unrestricted access to her time, to her attention, to her energy, to her body, to her life. But see, something begins to change when that woman begins protecting her standards. Suddenly, he notices her absence, her peace, her discipline, her confidence, and her worth. Not because she became more valuable, but because her value became visible. Some men are not moved by words. They are moved by consequences. When standards remove unrestricted access, reality becomes clear. Number 3, the lighthouse principle. A lighthouse never chases ships. It never begs ships. It never runs after ships. It simply stands where it belongs and shines. The ships that need its guidance, they move towards the light. Let your light so shine. Know who you are and stand still. The right man will notice your light shining bright, and your light will guide him to you. Your standards causes you to shine bright in the eye of the right man. Because your standards, it transforms a woman into a lighthouse. And the lighthouse says, I know where I belong. I know my purpose. I know my position. And I know my worth. The woman who chases a man loses leverage. I'm going to say that again. The woman who chases a man loses leverage. The woman who stands, she gains respect. See, when a woman upholds her standards, she stopped asking herself, why won't he choose me? She began asking herself, has he proven he deserved access to me? See, that's what standards would do. Standards would change the way you think, and standards will cause you to ask yourself the right questions. Do this man deserve access to me? Remember, ladies, you are definitely the prize. You are the gift that God gave to us. The jewels that you possess that will unlock and pour into a man's life, that's a gift. When we find you, we find favor with the Lord. That's a gift. When we find you, we found a good thing. That's a gift. You are valuable. Let your standards stand tall, stand bright, and watch how a man come correctly to that woman because he recognized your value, because your standards is speaking loud and clear. So now that man understand my treatment level has to be up to par with her. I must treat her up to the level of her worth. See, a man will treat you according to how he see you, and how he see you is the way that man is going to treat you. So if he see you as value, he will treat you like you're valuable. Let your standards stand tall and shine like the lighthouse, and watch how you guide the right man to your light. The man that appreciates, but also the man who can see it. So you don't get discouraged because ships are passing you by. The ships that's passing you by are not the ships that belong to your lighthouse. But you want that right ship to recognize your light, and he will come and take residency there and drop the anchor, because he ain't going nowhere. Number 4, standards separate interest from intention. A lot of men show interest, but far and few shows intention. See, interest says you're attractive, but intention says, I see a future. Interest sends text messages, but intention makes plans. See, interest enjoys benefits, but intention accepts responsibility. So, how do the woman recognize and decipher between the two? Very simple. Standards expose the difference. It is your standards, ladies, that exposes the difference between interest and intention. When standards are low, both types of men stay. However, when standards rise high, only intentional men remain. That's the difference. When standards rise high, only intentional men remain. So I'll say this, last part to this. That's why standards, I always call them a filtration system. A filter is not designed to keep everything out. It is designed to let the right things through. You understand? So your standards operate as your own personal filtration system, not allowing everyone to come through to you. Never get upset that your standards are working. Never get discouraged because your standards are working. You will do a lot of dismissing than accepting. Let the filtration system filter through the nonsense. Here's the next one. What men secretly respect. Now, many men may not admit this immediately. However, most respectable men admire this about a woman. A woman that protects her peace. A woman that values her time. A woman that keeps her word. A woman that lives with integrity. A woman that requires consistency. And a woman that honors herself. These things are very attractive to a grown, mature man and highly respected by that man. Why? Because standards communicate stability, and stability communicates trustworthiness. So a man may be attracted to beauty, but that man is only going to build a future with character. Beauty gets attention. Character gets commitment, and standards reveals character. The next one, the door and the doormat. This is a powerful question that every woman needs to ask herself. Am I acting like a door or a doormat? A doormat gets stepped on. Why? Because it has no boundaries. A door, however, controls access. A door will never apologize for being closed. A door will open when the conditions are right. A door protects what's valuable on the inside. You were never created to be a doormat. You were created to be a door, and a door has standards. Don't ever let another man walk all over you. So, the moment you stop chasing, stop settling, stop explaining your worth, and start upholding your standards, something significant will begin to happen. The right man begins to recognize your value. But something even more importantly happens. You begin to recognize your value. Because the greatest purpose for standards is not to teach a man your worth. It is to remind you of your worth. Because a woman who understands and knows her value, she walks differently. She speaks differently. She chooses differently. And she waits differently. And she loves differently. So when you uphold your standards, you are sending a message to the entire world. And it is this: I am not difficult to love. I'm just unwilling to settle for less than what God told me I can have. So when the right man arrives, that man will not be intimidated by your standards. That man will be grateful for your standards, because the standards did not keep him out. Your standards preserved you until he arrived. And that, my sisters, is highly valuable and appreciated. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. I pray I said something that blessed you, that helped you. Go back over it, listen to it over and over again, share it with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. We're going to keep this going. All things relationship. All right. Finding your spouse. That's the goal. That's the mission. And that's what's going to happen. I'm your host, Tony McElveen. Until we do this thing again, one love. Peace.
All things relationships. Let's talk. Let's grow. Let's do better.